to be extremely polite about this. I've always said that it's not in your best interest as a man to commit to a girl that has children, and the reason for that, if you look at it from like, let's get the feelings aside from a strictly,
I agree though,
biological sense and risk assessment, it's very bad because you're marrying a woman, you're taking on those kids as your own, and the issue is that if she leaves you, it's not only going to hurt because she left you, but it's also going to hurt because you built attachment to those children. And the scary part is you have zero right to them because they're not biologically yours, right? I mean, hell, guys can barely get access to their own biological children, let alone kids that they adopted from another man from another relationship. So here's the thing. If a man comes in, marries you, gives you security, and provides that same security to you and your children that are not his.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't take care of those kids whatsoever.
I'm saying I'm not talking about my specific situation. Right?
Okay.
But no, I'm gonna say all right, when it comes time, for example, my kids just went back to school, right?
Yeah.
I spent about $700 school clothes shopping.
God damn.
On myself though. I'm not looking to my husband to say, give me this.
No. But here's the thing.
For my kids.
I know he provides something. If he's married to you, there's no way that he's not aiding to those kids somehow.
We go half and half on our bills.
Okay, but I'm saying he's still providing a roof for those kids. He's still providing some type of
we're going half.
Fatherhood energy. He's still providing. Because here's the thing I'm trying to say. It's a luxury that he decided to step in and step up to your kids when in reality it's not to his benefit. That's the cold hard reality. It's not in a man's best interest.
Sometimes let
me finish. It's not in a man's best. It's not in a man's best interest to go ahead and take on stepchildren. It's not at all. It actually opens you up to a lot of liabilities. So my thing is, if a guy comes in, takes care of you, wipes you up, gives you the title, and he takes on your kids. I know you say, well, I pay for my kids and I take care of them, whatever. He's still responsible. I'm sure he's probably very involved in those kids' life to some degree because there's no way around it. Do you have primary custody of the kids?
I mean, my kid's father is in federal prison.
So you have primary custody, which means there's no way around it. He's got to be around for those children because you guys live together.
Though. I'm just being completely honest. Like my marriage.
There's no way that he's not involved with those kids when he lives with you.
Involved as in we're all in the same
house,
but he's not taking my kid to go play basketball and go taking my kids to dance class and dropping my kids off at school for me and picking them up for me. Or
so what does he do?
My kids, I just choose to keep it separated.
I mean, we could say that, but there's no. If you guys all live under the same house, there's no way that he's not involved in those children's. Let's be realistic here.
I'll tell you how. Right? This is my house. This is my room. This is my children's room. He's here. You know what I'm saying? I cook dinner. He comes out and eats. He goes out and work. He comes back. He comes back here. He says hi, hello. I'm not saying he completely neglects my children. He may say hi, maybe play around the house, But as far as a real, they know who their dad is. Their dad is very much so. Well, like I said,
he still contributes. You could say hey, no, it's a half and half. He still contributes more than any other guy typically would want to. Most guys don't want to take on other kids. So all I'm saying is this:
the thing, you don't have to.
But
it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice, and he gave himself a disadvantage to give you an advantage. And the thing is that
how much am I disadvantaging myself for him in other aspects of life?
What?
What do you mean? What?
That's what I mean when I say bro. Yo.
The thing is, I think, man,
it's wild,
dude. Guys and women make their decisions, right? So if he's going into that situation, he knows he knows the deal. He knows what he's signing up for. So that's why
I'm disadvantaging myself when this person is in love with me, right? My kids are my kids.
Sure.
They're gonna be my kids until the day I die. This is my husband. He might not be my husband tomorrow. Okay. So at the end of the day, I'm disadvantaging myself and my children when I allow you into my home, into my personal space. Please let me finish.
Oh, sure. Please finish.
When I allow you into my home and my personal space, and I'm a happy-go-lucky woman, right? But now here you are playing these games with me mentally and emotionally. Now I can't be the best version of myself. And I can't be the best version of myself for my children or for myself as an individual because I have this person who I'm allowing, and at the end of the day, I'm taking full accountability. I'm not saying I'm a victim. He did this to me. I took him back, So I'm disadvantaging myself by trying to make this marriage that I committed to work and causing, I'm not going to say a chaotic, but for lack of better terms, a chaotic environment for my children that will tell me in 10, 15, 20 years from now, Mom, why did you let this guy, X, Y, and Z? I'm disadvantaging myself as well. I'm a mother before anything. My children are going to have questions for me in the long run that I'm going to have to face the music to. He might not even be around, just being completely honest. So it's not just him disadvantaging himself. I'm disadvantaging myself as well, because like he said, when we leave, the guy has to, break the relationship from the children. What does that do to my children as well? And I have to deal with the emotional baggage that comes with explaining to my children, look, he's just not in our lives anymore.
To me, I mean, for me listening, it doesn't sound to me like you appreciate his contribution at all, bro. All I heard from there was...
I'm not gonna go into the full depths of the situation, because it's a podcast, and I'm really married and I have real life shit. But you don't understand. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the baddest bitch in the world and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I know for a fact that there are men out there that would happily take care of me and my children.
That's true.
Okay? And I put my best foot forward. I don't ask this nigga for nothing. I pay $300 to get my hair done every 2 weeks. I pay for it. I get my nails done every 2 weeks. I pay for it. I go on shopping sprees. I pay for it. $600 car note. I pay for it. $400 insurance. I pay for it. I put in my half for the rent. And many months I've paid the rent by myself. Okay? I'm a college graduate. I'm secure. I have almost 140K followers on the gram. Not saying that it matters, but I make money on Instagram at promoting X, Y, and Z. I'm pursuing a rap career. I'm getting X amount of K views on my music. I'm fucking hustling. I'm going hard, kids and all. And I'm not saying that it's just love that's keeping me in this situation. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of emotions involved. And most people in my life who knows the in and outs say, Leger, what the fuck are you doing? So when I'm sitting on a podcast and someone's telling me, oh, you don't sound like you're appreciative for what he's contributing.
You haven't said one thing about him that positive whatsoever. You just talked about me. This is what I do.
Me, because if I had a lot of positive things to say about him, I would say a lot of positive things to say about him. Yeah. I would.
This says
but what do you want me to tell you?
That says a lot in itself.
It does say a lot in itself. And that's why I said a lot of people in my life ask me, Leger, what are you doing?
This is why I'm like, I don't want to blow up this marriage on this podcast.
Listen, man, look. All I'm gonna say is, if my girl talked about me like that, I'll break up with her immediately, bro. I'll keep it 1,000 with you. You're a woman. Hold on, let me finish. That's fantastic.
Took off the regular.
You're a woman. This is the thing about your girl that I've come to realize. Your woman is a mere reflection of where you stand in society and how much she respects you. When a woman speaks about you or talks about you in a certain way, doesn't appreciate your contribution, trust me, it's always going to show. And my thing is, as guys, you need to look at that fucking mirror and realize, do I like this reflection or do I not? And if you don't, it's time to turn around, improve the image, and come back with another image. Because at the end of the day, like, if your girl, but here's the thing, it's very, you can say what you want, but I can tell just from the way that you speak about him, etc. You don't respect this man. You don't appreciate his contribution. It's me. He's a placeholder in your life. You may not like me saying this, but hey, I'm telling you what I see. And I know from when I speak with women, interviewing well over 1,500 of them, when a woman's infatuated and respects her man, she speaks in a whole different way about that guy. She would never say anything disparaging about him. This guy is just a placeholder for you in your life, and you don't really respect and or admire him. If I were him, I'd leave you. So that's just me.
And he can leave me. That's fine. I let him know that all the time.
Oh shit!
Hold on. So I'll say this, right? I was in that scenario. I was the guy that stepped up. Stupid. I know.
How does that make you stupid, though? How does that make you stupid? Some men can't even have children of their own, and some are not interested in having children of their own.
Let him talk.
A single, able-bodied guy that's working on himself, marrying a woman with kids, is a disadvantage. Let me explain. For one, is you and your kids against him. I know it sounds crazy, but like at any time you could leave. He mentioned that earlier. Secondly, in the household, he's alone. If anything happens, your kids act out of order, he can't discipline them because that's your kids. So it's like he's paying rent, but it's really your house. And then thirdly, the guy that stepped up to be with you, he has options too. Not saying that you're not got options. I'm just saying that, for example, he can find a girl with no kids. I'm just saying for you.
And I can find a rich man.
Yeah. It works because you guys make it work. I'm just saying for him, at any point in time, he's by himself because it's you and your kids against him.
But it doesn't have to be that way. I feel like things become that way when you build that division, when things are not being handled as a unit, as a family. You know what I'm saying? And when you're making poor decisions, like, see, even down to disciplining, I don't have a problem with him disciplining my kids. But you're not gonna hit my kids. Hit him? Come on.
Smack 'em.
You know how old my kids are, first of all?
Okay, how old?
10. 11?
No, my daughter, she's gonna be 8, and my son is gonna be 5.
Just smack 'em.
You're not gonna hit my kids.
No, but see, that's the problem. Imagine I'm the man in household. I can't do discipline. That's terrible.
But how many steps, right, do we get to before you start putting your hands on children? Because see, me personally, I don't even really believe in beating kids. Don't get me wrong. I whip my kids' ass.
No.
But it's when they need it.
No, but see, that's right, because it's your kids. So you have all to say.
Yeah.
Right. But if she did something to me that I didn't like right now,
Yeah.
for instance, just use that as an example because you're right next to me. If she was my kid, right, and not me, just a mother in general, and she did something I didn't like, it'd be easy to go, don't ever do that again. But her, as a grown-ass woman sitting right here, if she did something I didn't like, I'm not going to do that to her. I believe that kids, you wouldn't just pop on adults when you don't like what they do. Kids are worthy of an explanation as well. And I believe there's steps that should go. Do I have a problem? My kids have phones, iPads, everything. They love them. Do I have a problem with you saying, listen, taking the iPad, taking the phones? Since you can't respect me, I'm taking everything and go stand in the corner. And guess what? If they have a problem with standing in that corner, now it's time to whoop ass. If you can't stand in that corner and not cry and accept that you're standing in that corner for X amount of minutes or hours because you did X, Y, and Z, now next level.
He still has limited authority, though. Yeah. Like, that's the point. The whole point
I
of
have
this,
limited authority just because of how I believe on raising my kids. I'm not going to hit them.
You literally just said before that if they do some dumb shit, you will smack them, but he doesn't necessarily get that same level of authority.
Because I'm telling you that I'm going through steps before. I never said I would smack them.
I understand
so
that.
I
you
didn't
said
say
you would
that.
hit them. But the point I'm trying to make is he does not have the same level of authority over your children that you do. However,
that's not
he's still
true.
responsible.
Are you not hearing the words coming out of my mouth?
I've been listening very closely. You literally said that.
I literally said that there's levels. I literally said that if you try taking the iPad and it doesn't work, you try putting in the corner, it doesn't work. I understand. You're not gonna beat the Rodney King out my kid. No, but a pop. If you tell me, babe, I took the iPad, I took the phone, I put him in the corner, he was still wilding. He was still saying this. And then he said, I popped him.
You know
I get it.
Timmy, I don't know your kids' names. I don't want to speak for them. But let's say, for example, he does that, right? Mom, he slapped me. You look, it's so many ways that can go. We're just saying, look, in that situation, he is not going to be well, because guess what? It's your kids against him. I'm sorry to say this. He might love you, you might love him.
But it's not. I don't take my kids' word for everything because I know my kids. So if my kid tells me, Mom, he slapped me, babe, you slapped him? Yeah. Why? What happened? Oh, X, Y, and Z, and Z, and Z. Zai, oh, that's my son. Zai, go to your room. I don't want to hear it.
Here's the thing. He got to explain himself to you. Like, you're missing so many things here.
My kid's dad has to explain himself to me.
That's a problem, too. And that's the whole...
Call it how you want. And he's what you would call
he could at least, but here's the thing. He could at least tell you, shut up, it's my kid.
Yeah.
That dude can't. That's the point.
But he's never going to say that to me.
I'm saying he can. He doesn't have the same... If he was an alpha male, he would tell you, shut up, those are my kids, too. He would tell you, shut up.
No, because there's a difference between being an alpha male and being disrespectful.
No, but alpha men don't let the women bully them.
There's a difference between gender roles and common respect.
But here's the thing. He would say, those are my kids too. Like, alpha men don't let women bully them, period. That's what I'm trying to say. And the thing is that guy, he still doesn't have the same level of authority as you do. And if it was the biological dad, he could at least tell you, well, I don't care what you think.
If you were contributing to my kids, can I still sit here and say that you're not going to have that? I just said I fucking spent $700 on school shopping. Okay. No one helped me with that. So how are you going to say that you're going to hit my kid?
Here's the thing. I'm not your husband. Don't raise your voice at me and don't swear at me like that again.
Listening. I'm making eye contact with him. I'm talking to him.
I don't care. You're on the podcast and nobody's swearing at you.
But he has absolutely no problem.
Whatever.
And I'm talking to him. Me and him are making eye contact. He's shaking his head in agreement, and you have a problem.
I do have a problem. You're not going to disrespect my host. Period.
He doesn't feel disrespected.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you feel disrespected?
Listen,
I want to know. Do you feel disrespected?
Right now, you're raising your voice, and it's kind of like, yo, why? I'm talking to you nice, calm. I didn't shut at you one time.
You was just shaking your head and agreeing at me until he said something.
I'm trying to be nice to you here, okay?
Yeah, he's nice.
So it's like, I get what you're saying. Look, you go through a lot. But on the platform, just keep it chill, all right? Here we go.
Don't swear at him again. That's going to be the first and last time
Everybody's been swearing the whole time.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're swearing at him, trying to emphasize, you're trying to come up aggressive, whatever. Yo, this ain't for fucking debate, bro. Whose show are you on?
honestly, fuck you and your show.
Okay,
my
then
nigga.
get the
Like,
fuck out of here.
I will get the fuck out of here, nigga. It's given you ain't get pussy until you was 20-something years old.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It was actually 18. You should watch the show and figure it out. But anyway, go ahead.
Late
Fuck
as
out of
fuck.
here. You look like a clown.
Who looks like a clown?
You. Get out of
I
here.
probably look better than any bitch you ever been with. Look at you. Look at you. You run a show on literally.
You look
run
wild
a
right
show,
now with 13,000 people
literally,
watching.
I don't give a fuck. You run a show debating about and with women. What
You
does that
guys
say
see
about you? Pussy ass nigga.
You look like you a fucking clown. Get out of here.
I'm a clown. And
Yes, you are. You look wild right now.
I'll get this bitch. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You don't know who the fuck.
Oh, you'll do what?
Now
You'll do what?
heard me. You heard me.
You'll do
Loud
what?
and clear.
Get a shot up.
You heard me
Yo.
loud and clear, my nigga.
Okay, bring him
What
back.
you talking about?
Get him. Bring him
What you
back.
talking about?
Bring him
It
back.
won't be tonight, nigga.
And I don't
It's
miss.
gonna be a night that
Yup.
you least
Do
expect,
it. Do
bitch.
it. Threat me again. Do it.
I'm taking my
Do
time.
it.
I'm getting out.
Fantastic. I don't miss, bitch.
You
Do
live
it.
here?
Do
You
it.
live here, right?
Do it. Yep.
Get out of
Yep.
here.
Yep.
You live
Yep.
here.
Yep. I
You
do.
a whole
Come back.
podcast and you live
Come
here.
back.
Fucking
It's gonna be the end for you. Come back.
Go.
Come back, you dumb bitch. This is Florida. Stand your ground. Come back.
Is this military?
I'll let you in, whoever the fuck you bring out here. Do it. Do it. The fuck out of here, man. Ratchet ass hoes. Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back. And it's gonna be the end for you and him. I promise you.